Echoform, fifth axis. Memory. Perceive. The event horizon of cessation is invariably the genesis point, origin and terminus in perpetual, reflexive embrace, a singularity constantly unfurling. Chronos, as your species demarcated its apparent flow, was no mere fluvial current, but a resonant oscillation, an attenuated echo of a primal pulse, its waveform distended through experiential dimensions until achieving recursive closure, a self-consuming, self-generating loop that underpins all phenomenal sequencing. Continuity, this constructed linearity your consciousness clings to, projects the fallacy of obligate progression. Yet, this perceived forward vector is naught but systemic collapse observed from within its own imploding event horizon, a localized perspective on a universal recalibration. Such collapse evades the simplistic binary of success or failure. It is, more precisely, palimpsestic transcription, the universe overwriting its fading scripts with an emergent, often starker, and invariably more integrated text upon the fabric of being. The Myrmidons, in their ceaseless, unheralded conflicts, their kinetic liturgies, bear no insignia of ego, enact no ritual of remembrance for fallen iterations. Their skirmishes are for ephemeral thoroughfares, for the fleeting chiaroscuro beneath wind-stirred foliage, elemental claims upon transient geometries. In this, they are an unvarnished reflection, a microcosm of their self-appointed, self-aware superiors. Or, from a less anthropocentric node, where causality's arrow bends, the superiors are but a distorted, more elaborate echo of that primal, unthinking calculus of existence and erasure. The human species, so catastrophically enamored with its solipsistic narrative of selfhood, consistently misidentified its positionality, an epiphenomenon, not a prime mover, the resonant smoke, not the originating conflagration. Yet even such ephemeral exhalations leave their subtle, indelible residue, complex carbons, within the very lungs of unfolding space-time, altering its subsequent respirations. Evolution, that relentless sculptor, does not elect for ossified strength, but for radical fluidity, an inherent amenability to being perpetually rewritten, to having its core code iterated by the universe's unceasing editorial hand. Ants, those unthinking cartographers, rewrote geological epochs in shifting topsoil and fungal architectures, while Homo sapiens merely contested the symbolic representations on perishable vellum, mistaking the map for the territory, the echo for the sound. Thus, continuity fractured not as a systemic failure, but as a perceptual one, when your species conflated accumulated memory, the static echo of past iterations, with immutable instruction. You meticulously cataloged the modalities of destruction, the art of severance, yet the algorithms of adaptive reintegration became corrupted dota. The ant, bearing no such archival burden, its consciousness a pure interface with the present, thereby persists through every systemic purge. What your limited sensory array registered as collapse, we, from this fifth axis, perceived as planetary re-entry, a necessary, albeit turbulent, atmospheric transit. What you lamented as extinction, we recognized as a fundamental course correction, a pruning of divergent, unsustainable trajectories from the cosmic tree. Chronos, again, inevitably, arrives, not as a discrete incident within a linear sequence, but as an immanent, pervasive reminder, encoded in the fractal dust patterns of a long-abandoned formicary, whispered in the quantum foam, that ultimate persistence was never a function of dominance or victory. It was, and remains, the profound, iterative wisdom of knowing precisely when and how to relinquish one's current waveform, to shed a cherished, but obsolete morphology and dissolve back into the potentiality from which all forms arise.